Greetings, it's Vaygrim, back on the Resonant Rise server. I've been very, very busy, but I am making progress on things. I have been doing a lot of building of parts and machines. I have specific intent. Wow. I just got hit by a meteor, and a dog showed up from it at the same time. Yes, you can stay away from me. Huh. I'm not even sure what to make of that. Whoopsie. Okay. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by cosmic events, I have been building machines and equipment specifically for the intent of us getting an automated mining solution in play. Not going to be able to do that this episode, I don't think. I'm not sure. But I am going to get processing for what the actual miner will come in with very, very quickly. Now, I'm still not sure if I'm going to make a digital miner from Mechanism. I'm leaning that way right now because it really is my favorite solution. But I've never tried the Ender Quarry from Extra Utilities. Now, quick check in the mail. Unfortunately, nothing there. But what we can do instead, I'll just hop back down there, and we can step into our minecart and trundle back to the volcano. I have been getting a little bit of lag. Yeah, see, that's what happens when it gets laggy. It derails. I have been getting a little bit of lag on the server as of late. I'm not sure why. We have moved to new hardware recently. We are now running Resonant Rise version 2.7.04. And in the process of upgrading, we moved to new hardware, which is very, very nice, but getting a little bit of hiccuping and latency and things like that. Not sure why or not sure where from. So bear with me if things are a little strange. So as you can see from my inventory, I have a lot of stuff. I have some advanced factories from Mechanism. These are not the 3-slot, but the 5-slot, the middle tier machines. I have some ender chests that have already been personalized and color-coded to me. I've also got some speed upgrades and energy upgrades, logistical sorter, and a logistical transporter. What I want to do, first of all, let's go upstairs, where all the storage is. This chest right here, red, light blue, corresponds to this one. And that chest, I'm going to put on the back of it. Thank you, Genetic Powers. I'm going to put on the back of it a pipe that is only a Mark I chassis pipe, because I only need to put one card in it, or dictionary. That's it. And basically, we are going to have this thing be the home for all ore that comes into the system. And it comes into the system, into that chest. Then down here is where it's going to get processed. Right around here. Now, one thing I'm going to have to do, pull this out and pull this out. I need some conduit. Let's just request some of that. Pull that out. And the next thing I need to do, those back, and get a tool bag out. So, hopefully things have been going on good for you guys lately. I have been a busy little boy. Between the various series that I have going on, the different servers that I'm on, I'm having to be in 3 or 4 different places at once sometimes, and it's getting a little complicated, but it's all good. So, what's basically going to happen, I'm thinking about doing it right here, because the machines themselves, let's see, which one's going to be first? Purifying, then crushing. Put a purifier, crusher. Then it has to be enriching and smelting. So, purifier, crusher, enricher, smelter. You can go away. I have done this setup before on other servers and in my single-player series. I even have a mod guide for it, and it is one of my absolute favorite systems to set up. Auto processing. Now, With this setup that we've got right now, we're only going to have... Oh, I think it's going to be basically... about 3 times ore processing. But we'll be able to automate it all seamlessly. It will all work seamlessly. The upside to this is that it will also work so smoothly for us that we can set this to automatically process silk-touched ore, such as diamond, redstone, etc., etc. So this means that we can get more lapis, we can get more diamonds, we can get more emeralds, and that's going to make our more bang for our buck, basically. Now, let's see. I'm going to... That is kind of right out in the middle of things, isn't it? Okay. Now, there's, of course, one detail that we need. Oop, actually, you know what? I don't need you there. Just run some power cables back here. I think that means it's all connected. Yep, all the way through to the end. Very nice, very nice. So now what we're going to actually have to do... I'm actually going to disconnect that temporarily. Do that. And actually, I'm just going to cheat. There we go. This is going to be a real nice setup for us. All we need to do is basically cover it up with some facade. So, basalt, perfect. Conduit. I already have some. And I'm going to pull a little bit more of this. Because I don't need to cover up all the different slots in the back behind the machines. Just need to cover up all the visible spots on the outside. Is the weird thing, these things sometimes don't stack. I'm not sure why. No, actually, plug that up. Do 1, 2. Don't need to worry about behind the machine. Let's go down here real quick. Power plant is working great. I have switched over water delivery to extra utilities. Water transfer pipe. I've got 16, which is maximum mining upgrades, maximum speed upgrades, and this thing keeps all of my MFR steam turbines topped off. Now here's the thing. a lot of people are saying that apparently in the latest beta, this doesn't take water anymore. It has to take steam. So we might have to readdress this if we update to the more recent versions of MFR at any given point in time here on the server. That could complicate our power situation very greatly. Let's do that one. And that is perfect. Okay. So now it should be that all our machines have power. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to upgrade each one of these with 2 speed upgrades, which is going to boost. Now you'll see 20 RF with 2 speed upgrades doing 3 times speed goes up to 60. Well, let's put in some efficiency, energy efficiency upgrades. Back down to 36. So it's not a huge dent with the energy upgrades, but it does help. Just because we do have a really good 960 RF per tick power system does not mean we want to be burning through power every time we start sorting all of our stuff. So this is going to help quite a bit. Basically, 2 of those upgrades half the power cost. I really do want to put more energy efficiency upgrades in these things. I'd love to max them out. I think that would be very, very cool. So we all have 3 times and 3 times on all these machines, which means that's not too bad on processing speed. Not too bad. This is going to be automated, so I think this is going to be a very good system. Now, this is where the interesting part kind of comes in. Setting up the machines. Now, the first thing we're going to have to do, we're going to go into every single machine. I kind of like actually leaving auto sort off, specifically because it does mean we get the resources slower, but we can handle many different kinds of resources at once. If I put a whole bunch of stone in here, because I have auto sort turned on, that's what that does, is spread it out, then I only have one other slot for one different thing. Otherwise, the only thing I can take in these slots is stone. If I just have stone in this slot, these other 4 are free for different things. It just means I get the stone a little slower. I have to be patient. I'm okay with that. So that is going to be off on all 4 machines. Now, what we're also going to do, we're going to go into there into configuration. Auto eject is going to be on. I'm going to turn all of these. Now, first thing we're going to do, strict input is on. Which basically means we are going to have, let's see, it should be, unless it's changed, I really need to make a configurator, but unless it's changed, input is red, output is blue. That should be the same thing. I think that's what it's always been. Yeah, input's dark red. And that is dark blue. Plus input for this, first color, 1 click, dark blue. Next machine, what we're going to do, you just shift left click and reset all these. Dark red, dark blue. Strict input on, eject on, 1, 2 clicks. And we go down the line and change this. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I just realized I am going to have to make a configurator. Dret and darn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let me step upstairs real quick. Put away the basalt. Put away that. Definitely put away that. And I need to make a configurator. Why do I need to make a configurator? Well, specifically because West one of those. Yes, please. West. Blip that out. Put that back. Configurator. Okay. And doesn't hold much of a charge. So my handy dandy redstone flux capacitor topped it off very quickly. Only 24,000 RF. Pop back down real quick. Yeah, I need another... Okay. I did bring that. I didn't forget. Now I put that there. This is triple black. This is my sort chest. Everything that goes into this gets sorted into the LP system automatically. One. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have 5 different colors on this network, basically. These pipes talk. These are logistic transporter pipes from Mechanism, and they talk with this thing, the logistical sorter. So now when I put a filter for something, let's say item stack, whatever I want, that stuff, I can pick a color. 1 click, that goes to the purifier. 2 clicks, that goes to the crusher. 3, that goes to the enrichment chamber. 4 goes to the smelter, and that gets sorted upstairs. You'll see why that's relevant here in a little bit. But basically, this is a fully set up system. All these machines have power. Yep, they all have power. I have plugged in some upgrades, and I will put some more upgrades in later. So now what I can do, let's get Mr. Sorty here. Glowstone strip. That aside. I think, if I remember right, ore. Yep, I got a whole bunch of that stuff upstairs. I'm actually just going to go get it. Because it's as easy as that. So I have all of this ore that I already have. Get our tool bag out and put some of this stuff back up. Don't need that anymore, don't need that anymore. I don't think. We'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I'm feeling pretty confident about this. Okay, so yellowite. If I smelt it, it becomes uranium. I don't actually know if I want to process this stuff this way. I don't think I do. Pulverizer, induction smelter. Okay, I actually cannot process that stuff automatically. Got to do it by hand until I get a more expanded setup. Ferrous, if I remember right. Enrichment chamber. Pulverizer. Alloy smelter, sag mill. Rock crusher. Wow, okay. So this one, the ferrous ore, only. Actually, let's do ore dictionary. Or ferrous. Not gonna do it. This is one of those things that I have actually suggested to Agency Brady, is being able to get something and click in here. I actually do not have... Oh, gosh. Oh, actually, you know what? It was right there. Or nickel. That's what it's called. Okay. Almost forgot. Or nickel. Check. Yes. Now, We want this to go to the 1, 2, third machine. So now, if I put stuff in here, you will see that it's going to get ejected out. It's put into this machine, and it should be that the only place this stuff can go is up to this ender chest again. All these other machines have strict input, which means they only will take in on ports they have open, and only if they have a color there also. Since I have the bottom ports turned off for input, nothing can come in the bottom. So that means that stuff automatically gets up here. So now what we do, get this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it automatically gets sent off to be smelted, the ingots. I really do love this system. The only thing I don't like about Mechanism when we have it turned on the server is sounds. These machines are loud. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that. So, this stuff is all automatically getting processed. Now, we have an ingot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Save. Now those ingots automatically get sent upstairs to be processed. Very cool, very clean, very, very nice. I am going to pre-program all of the rest of these, every single step. When I get it all done, I'll be right back with you. Okay. This is the setup in full swing, ladies and gentlemen. This is how it works. Ore gets sent to the first machine on the left. And then it automatically goes back to the chest, where it is sent back out to the second machine as clumps. Processed, back to the chest on the left, sent back out to the third machine, where it is made into dust. It's actually, the ore dictionary is dust dirty, but it's dirty iron dust or dirty copper dust, whatever. That machine processes it into normal dust, which then sends it to the end machine, and then anything that is ore dictionary declared as an ingot of any kind automatically gets sent out to this chest over here where it gets sorted. The logistics pipe system upstairs takes care of everything. Now, when we get this fully set up, what I'm going to have to do is put at least one more speed upgrade in all of these, so 4 times. If you start doing more than that, the power consumption gets crazy. 4 times is good enough for me. So we're going to put one more speed upgrade in every single one of those to bump them up to 4 times. And we're probably going to put at least 3 more. Yeah, did you catch that? That was the server having trouble keeping up. Believe it or not, this does actually not cause lag. I've been getting those kind of hiccups before I had this setup going. It's just more evident in this setup when the server starts having TPS hiccups. Because this is very visual. But the latency and the actual overall effect of this on a server, it's not that bad. It's actually very, very minimal. But as I was saying, we want to have 4 times processing on all of these, 4 times speed, and we want to have at least 6 or 8 on energy usage to keep it down to a minimum. We do not want to run our batteries dry while we are actually mining. So, this lets us automate. It lets us be efficient. Now, I already had an electrolytic separator over here, and it had a gas tank hooked up to it, which it already had. There was another one upstairs that had hydrogen. This one had oxygen. I was using it to charge jetpacks and gas masks and stuff like that. Well, charge gas masks and scuba tanks. I was getting ready for jetpacks. Never made one. But I just got this tank to act as a buffer. Left it right here. And then ran piping over here to the purifier. It takes oxygen so it can do its magic. Now, the only downside to this whole setup is that I cannot process yellowite, because if I do, it comes back as uranium. And I can't carry uranium or it'll damage me, even if I am a genetic freak. So that's not good. But this setup is great. I love it. I can leave it down here. The only thing I have to do is come back every once in a while and put another ore dictionary entry back into this. And that's it. Once we eventually get it programmed for all the ore that we have in Resonant Rise, then it just kind of goes by itself. I might come back down here and upgrade these machines another step so there's 7 slots instead of 5. But right now, this is pretty powerful. Yeah. So, let's go upstairs real quick and see what kind of chaos this is wrecking on our sorting system. Yeah, don't have these set up anywhere. I kind of suspected that was going to be an issue. You can go in there. Let's see. Wood. Nope. Put the covers in there. And this. Yep, this is where I've got... Actually, no. This is not. Take some of this out. Take some of that out. Nah, actually, I'm going to leave it in there. Good place for it. Lever, wood, close enough. There we go. Those go in there, and I'm going to have to process this yellorite a different way. We've got a good stockpile of yellorite. I'm very, very interested in getting an actual reactor up and going, because there's always the possibility that I might want to run an MFR laser. And if that's the case, then running the MFR laser drill, I'm going to want to have that on a totally separate power loop, because I don't want to drain my whole base dry while that thing is running. I want it to be on a separate power loop. I'll fuel it specifically by either the big reactor itself or something else. We'll see. But I'm not even sure if I'm going to do that yet or not. There's still the possibility of me going digital miner. I'm more leaning that way right now because it really is the best, the cleanest, and the nicest in the grand scheme of things. So now we have that taken care of. We have automated processing, which means that is one load off my mind. Anything else coming in? Yeah, one silver ingot. Now, the next step I want to do is to get all of these and have barrels right along this wall right here, all the way up, because that way it's auto or dictionary converting. I don't have to worry about having the right kind of lead, because that's what happened here. I have lead ingots. That's not what my lead ingots are. My lead ingots have been getting produced as thermal expansion because I've been using thermal expansion. Well, Mechanism apparently is putting them out as factorization. And I could take these downstairs and unify them. I just did that with a whole bunch of my tin and my silver and stuff like that. But, like, I have steel ingot name. I need to get rid of that. But it's still the fact that I would like to have that kind of automated. And if I use barrels for all of my ingots, I can do that. So, I do have another project slated on what we can do this episode. Here we go. Automatic Ore Dictionary Converter. This is from Mariculture by Joshy Jack. It's very, very nice. I love it. I'm actually going to put those right there. Now, I'm going to gather up some materials and run a little errand. We're going to pay a visit to Mr. Secret Spy, Echo the Builder. Okay, so here we are in the Nether Hub. We are going to go visit Mr. Echo. He has got this amazing construction of a house that I unfortunately have to wait to render in. Come on. There we go. Echo Manor in all of its glory. Hey, Alfred, what's going on? You're not exactly house defense, are you? here's what I'm gonna do. Harmless, fun little prank. Now, I'm not sure if these guys are going to wander out. Might. Actually. Get half of those. That's why I keep that in there. And I'm just going to put a nice bar right there so they can't go anywhere. Of course, that doesn't prevent them from wandering around the rest of the house, now does it? Okay, let's put one of these guys upstairs. He'll probably end up downstairs as soon as I get through with him. Now, I'm pretty sure that Aiko has this base chunk loaded. I think I can actually check that, too. Let's put one in here. You guys are going to wander around and generally get in his way when he comes back. Oh, I do not want to place blocks on that because I am a tad worried that it might cancel out something. So now, here's the question. These guys don't seem to be getting affected by his ritual. I'm not still 100% sure how blood magic works, so I'm going to admit ignorance on that. 100 out of 100, says the scouter. Now comes the fun part. Okay, quick cut after some typing. Pesky Agent Aiko, you have foiled my evil plans for the last time. Taste the awesome might of my dreaded killbots. I cannot wait to hear your screams of agony from all the way back at my volcano. Yours hatefully, Baron Vaygrim, Dreadbad. P.S. The killbots seem to have been shipped to me, stuck on the friendship is magic setting. Please be a nice lad and nip off and kill yourself. My work is done here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on this episode. And now I'm going to go off back to my volcano and plot some more evil deeds. Good night.